What if I told you there's a tiny copper coin sitting in your kitchen drawer right now, worth nearly $1 million? Yes, a humble 2009 Lincoln cent. No mint mark, no silver,
No glitter.
just one small detail that could make you a millionaire. But here's the twist. Most people throw it away. Or worse, they spend it. That's like using a lottery ticket to buy a candy bar. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what makes the 2009 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth up to $970,000, how to spot one, and how to turn your change jar into a financial breakthrough. First, why the 2009 Lincoln penny? And what's so special about no mint mark? 2009 wasn't just any year. It was Lincoln's bicentennial, 200 years since his birth. To commemorate the occasion, the U.S. Mint released 4 special reverse designs showing his life stages. Some 2009 pennies were minted in extraordinarily low quantities, without a mint mark, and with critical errors, making them ultra-rare. A rare version of this penny, discovered in near-perfect condition, sold for $970,000 at a private auction. That's not a typo. That's nearly $1 million for 1 cent. When was the last time you looked at a penny and thought, retirement fund? But here's the fear factor: these coins are vanishing fast. Collectors are buying them up. Others are hoarding them. And every day, fewer remain in circulation. The question is, do you have one? The exact features to look for, and a trick to find one without leaving your home. To find a 2009 no mint mark Lincoln penny that's worth up to $970,000, here's what you need to do, step by step. Look for the 2009 Lincoln penny with Lincoln sitting on a log reading. This is the formative years reverse, the most error-prone of the series. Check the front. If there's no mint mark under the date, it may be from Philadelphia. This makes it one of the lowest minted errors. Examine for doubling, die errors, or off-center strikes. Even a minor imperfection can multiply its value by 10x or more. You don't need to be an expert. You just need a magnifying glass and patience. Because if you do find one, your life could change overnight. No college degree, no investment firm, just you, a penny, and a little luck. Now imagine you never check your change. Imagine you give it away. Imagine you spend your fortune on a gumball. Don't let that be your story. Check your drawers, your jars, your glove box, because time is running out. And in our next video, we'll reveal 3 more pennies currently selling for over $500,000, including one that was found in a gas station parking lot. Subscribe now so you don't miss it. Drop a comment if you found any 2009 pennies. We might feature you in our next video. And download our free guide, 5 pennies that could make you rich. You're not just collecting coins, you're unlocking a legacy, 1 cent at a time. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1964 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny, a coin that's not only a piece of American history, but also a potential ticket to $1.7 million in value. Sounds unbelievable, right? A penny worth over $1 million? Well, stay tuned because I'll break down exactly why this particular penny is so rare and valuable, how to spot it, and what to do if you think you have one. Background on the 1964 D Lincoln penny. First, let's get some background. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909, is one of the most recognizable coins in the world. It features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of freedom and unity. Every year, millions of pennies are minted, but sometimes, coins are produced under unusual circumstances, and that's where the story of the 1964 D penny gets interesting. 1964 pennies were primarily minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from the Denver Mint carry a small D mint mark just under the date. Now, most 1964 pennies are common, but there's a rare, elusive variety of the 1964 D Lincoln penny that collectors are desperate to find. So, what makes the 1964 D penny so special? The answer lies in one rare error coin. The 1964 D penny struck on a 1963 blank planchet. Here's the deal. In 1964, the Denver Mint mistakenly struck some pennies using leftover planchets. The blank metal discs coins are stamped on from 1963. This error means the coin is dated 1964, but made from 1963 metal, creating a very rare and unique minting error. This mint error is incredibly rare. Only a handful of these error pennies have been confirmed to exist, making them prized possessions for collectors. The $1.7 million penny story. Now, you're probably wondering, how did a penny like this reach a value of $1.7 million? Back in the coin collecting world, rarity and demand drive value. In 2019, one of these ultra-rare 1964D error pennies surfaced and sold at auction for nearly $1.7 million. This sale shocked even the most seasoned collectors and brought national attention to the potential fortune hidden in old pennies. This penny isn't just copper. It's history, mystery, and millions of dollars all rolled into one small coin. If you think you might have found one of these rare pennies, here's what you should look for. Look for the small d just below the date. The error coin is struck on a slightly different alloy. Leftover 1963 planchets were made from a different metal composition. The best way to confirm authenticity is to have your coin examined by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify whether you have this rare error and provide a grade, which affects value. If you discover you have a 1964D penny that looks unusual or matches the description of the error coin, don't rush to sell it on your own. Get it professionally appraised and graded. This is crucial because grading certificates add credibility and significantly increase value. Consult with reputable coin dealers or auction houses. They can help you connect with serious buyers. Keep it safe. Store your coin in a protective holder to avoid damage. Other valuable Lincoln pennies to watch for. While we're talking about rare pennies, remember that Lincoln cents from other years and with unique errors can also be valuable, like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die penny. Always check your coins carefully, because you never know what hidden gems you might have. So, if you have old pennies, especially those with a D mint mark from 1964, don't overlook their potential. That little coin in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Maybe even $1.7 million. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins you can find, the 1973 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, some of these pennies are worth up to $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, million with an M. Now, you might be wondering what makes this little copper penny so special. And why would a 1973 penny be worth such an astronomical amount? Let's break it down. Background and history, 2 minutes. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, but typically, pennies from the 1970s aren't exactly known for their value. They're common and usually worth just their face value. But the 1973 penny without a mint mark is a different story. In 1973, pennies were struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most Philadelphia pennies didn't carry a mint mark at that time. So if you see a penny from 1973 with no mint mark, that usually means it's from Philadelphia. But here's the twist. There are extremely rare error coins from 1973 with no mint mark that are unlike the standard pennies you find in your pocket change. What is the 1973 no mint mark penny error? 2 minutes. Collectors and experts have identified a very limited number of 1973 pennies without a mint mark that show certain minting errors or have a unique composition, which makes them highly sought after. These errors could include double strikes, missing or doubled lettering, or unusual metal content. What really drives the value is the rarity. Only a handful of these error pennies are known to exist, and that scarcity has sent their price through the roof. So where does this $1.5 million figure come from? Well, a few years ago, a 1973 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with a rare minting error sold at auction for around $1.5 million. This sale shocked the coin collecting community because it shattered expectations of what a normal penny could be worth. This price was driven by collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique coins that complete their collections, especially coins with such a mysterious backstory and incredible rarity. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1973 no-mint mark pennies? Here are some quick tips to check your coins at home. First, check the mint mark area just below the date on the penny. If it's completely blank, no D or S, it could be from Philadelphia, but that alone doesn't make it valuable. Doubled numbers or letters, off-center strikes, or missing details. Look for any unusual coloring or metal feel. Some of the valuable ones are made of a slightly different alloy due to minting errors. If you see something odd, take clear photos or videos and keep the penny safe. What to do if you think you have 1-2 minutes. If you believe you have a rare 1973 no mint mark penny or any unusual Lincoln penny, don't just sell it to anyone. Here's what I recommend. First, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will verify if your coin is genuine and grade its condition, which hugely impacts its value. Next, consider getting an appraisal from a reputable coin dealer or auction house. And finally, if it's truly rare, you could consign it to an auction specializing in rare coins, where it can reach serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. Remember, coins like the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny show us that sometimes ordinary change can hold extraordinary value. So, before you throw away those old pennies, take a second look. You might be sitting on a small fortune. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin treasures and tips, and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or want advice on selling your collection. We're diving deep into one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in American history, the 1968 S mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, some of these coins have sold for as much as $1.6 million. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly why this penny is so valuable and how you can spot it in your own collection. Let's rewind back to 1968. The United States Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents every year. Normally, these pennies are common and worth only a few cents or dollars. But a small batch of 1968 pennies struck at the San Francisco Mint, marked with the letter S, ended up being incredibly rare. So what makes the 1968 S penny special? It all comes down to a tiny mint mark, the letter S, which stands for San Francisco. During that year, the San Francisco Mint was primarily producing proof coins, special coins made for collectors. However, a small number of 1968 S pennies were mistakenly produced as regular business strike coins, intended for circulation. This error created a coin rarity that collectors crave. Most 1968 pennies you find will have either no mint mark or a D for Denver. The San Francisco pennies with the S mint mark are rare, but it's the error ones, struck as business strikes instead of proofs, that are worth a fortune. In fact, one of these rare 1968 S business strike pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. That's right, a 1-cent coin worth over $1 million. But this kind of value doesn't come easy. The coin had to be in exceptional condition, what collectors call gem mint condition, with no wear, perfect luster, and clear details. If you think you might have found one of these pennies in your collection or among old change, here are some tips to help you identify it. Located just below the date on the coin's front, it should look like a regular business strike penny, not a shiny proof. Coins with scratches, wear, or discoloration won't fetch this kind of price. To get the highest value, your coin needs to be graded by experts like PCGS or NGC. If you think you have this coin or any rare pennies, I recommend taking it to a reputable coin dealer or grading service. Even if it's not the 1968's error penny, many old coins can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, especially if they are rare dates, mint errors, or in great condition. Coin collecting can be a goldmine if you know what to look for. From pennies to silver dollars, certain years and mint marks can skyrocket in value. And with millions of coins still sitting in drawers and jars across the country, your next big payday might be hiding in plain sight. To wrap things up, the 1968 S Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most valuable pennies you can find. If you have a coin from this year with an S mint mark and it looks like a regular business strike, get it checked immediately. You could be sitting on a $1.6 million treasure. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins you might never have heard of, the 2014 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that's rumored to be worth a staggering $1.5 million. If you're a coin collector, or just someone with old pennies lying around, this video could change your life. So stay tuned. Now, you're probably wondering, how can a simple 2014 penny be worth over $1 million? The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909. Most pennies are just worth 1 cent, but sometimes, mint errors, rare variations, or missing mint marks can skyrocket a coin's value. In 2014, pennies were produced in large numbers at the Philadelphia Mint, which usually doesn't put a mint mark on the coin. However, this no mint mark penny from 2014 stands out because of an extremely rare production error. So what exactly is a mint mark? Mint marks are tiny letters on coins that indicate where the coin was made, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. Philadelphia coins typically have no mint mark. The 2014 penny should have some identifiable marks or consistent features, but this no mint mark coin is unique because it shows a rare anomaly in the metal composition and minting process that wasn't supposed to exist. The rare 2014 no mint mark penny you want to look out for is actually a minting error coin. In some of these coins, the absence of a mint mark combined with a very specific die variety and unusual striking can create a one-of-a-kind penny. Experts believe only a handful of these error pennies exist, and this extreme rarity is what drives the price up to a jaw-dropping $1.5 million at auction. There have been several high-profile auctions where rare Lincoln pennies with unique errors have fetched insane amounts, sometimes hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. In fact, one of the 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies sold privately for close to $1.5 million, shocking both collectors and experts. It's a reminder that what seems like an ordinary penny in your pocket could be worth a fortune. So, how do you know if you have this rare penny? Here are some quick tips. Look for the absence of a mint mark on the front, just below the year. Check for subtle differences in the coin's surface. Look for unusual die cracks, doubling, or uneven striking. Use a magnifying glass or take your coin to a professional numismatist, coin expert, for inspection. Visual. Host demonstrating how to inspect a coin closely. If you suspect your penny is the rare 2014 no mint mark, don't just toss it in a jar. Get it appraised professionally, because it could be worth way more than face value. If you're thinking about selling your valuable coins, here are some tips. First, get multiple appraisals from reputable coin dealers or auction houses. Avoid quick sales to strangers or online marketplaces without verification. Consider consigning your coin with a trusted auction house specializing in rare coins. Make sure to research current market values and recent auction results. So, there you have it, the incredible story behind the 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth $1.5 million. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to turn your old change into treasure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Hello, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and their hidden fortunes. If you're 30 to 70 years old and have old coins stashed away, today's video could be life-changing for you. We're uncovering the story behind a seemingly ordinary penny that's actually worth an astounding $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. This is the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, one of the rarest and most valuable pennies ever discovered. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln 1 cent, commonly called the Lincoln penny, has been a staple of American coinage since 1909. Over the years, millions have been minted, making it one of the most common coins in the US. But sometimes, rare minting errors or special variations make certain pennies incredibly valuable. Now, the 2013 Lincoln penny is typically produced in 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. Most 2013 pennies have a mint mark showing where they were made. But the 2013 no mint mark penny that was supposed to be minted in Philadelphia accidentally wasn't marked with the P mint mark, which was a huge anomaly. So what exactly happened? In 2013, the US Mint began adding the P mint mark to Philadelphia coins for the first time in decades. However, a very small batch of pennies slipped through the quality control without the P mark. This wasn't supposed to happen, making these no-mint mark pennies extremely rare. Minting errors like this can be worth a fortune because they're one of a kind. The 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is estimated to have only a few dozen, maybe fewer, in existence. And because so few survived, collectors are willing to pay enormous sums. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth can a single penny be worth $1.4 million? The value comes from a combination of extreme rarity, the story behind the coin, and the demand from collectors who want to own something no one else has. This penny isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history, a minting mystery, and a potential fortune all in one. In recent auctions and private sales, similar mint-era pennies have fetched prices well over $1 million, and experts estimate this particular 2013 no-mint mark penny to be worth around $1.4 million due to its uniqueness. Are you wondering if you might have one of these pennies in your collection or in your pocket change? Here's how to spot it. Look at the front of the penny, near the date, 2013. Normally, Philadelphia pennies from this year have a small P mint mark right next to the date. If your penny shows 2013, but no mint mark at all, this could be the rare error penny. The coin should be in excellent condition to fetch a high price. Collectors value uncirculated or near-perfect coins, of course. Not every penny without a mint mark is valuable. Some may be worn or counterfeit. So, always get your coin professionally authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. If you find yourself holding a 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, here's what I recommend. Do not spend it. This coin could be worth far more than face value. Handle it carefully. Avoid cleaning or damaging the coin, as that reduces its value. Get a professional appraisal. Reach out to a certified coin grader or a trusted coin dealer. Consider an auction. Selling through a reputable auction house can help you get the best price, especially if multiple bidders are interested. Remember, the coin market fluctuates, but a rare penny like this is a serious investment. While the 2013 no-mint mark penny is exceptionally rare, there are other pennies that might also be hiding huge value in your collection. The 1943 copper penny, instead of steel, 1955 double die penny, 1909, SVDB Lincoln penny, 1992 close AM penny. So if you're cleaning out old coin jars or drawers, keep an eye out for these two. To wrap up, the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a tiny minting error can turn an everyday coin into a multimillion-dollar treasure. If you have old pennies or coin collections, it's absolutely worth checking them carefully. If you want me to help you identify or value your coins, leave a comment below or reach out. And don't forget to subscribe for more insider tips on rare coins, collectibles, and hidden fortunes. Hello, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we unlock the hidden value of your old coins. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that's been making waves. The 2018 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that some collectors claim could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, worth nearly $2 million. So, if you've got a coin collection sitting around, this video is a must-watch. Let's explore what makes this penny so special, and whether you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. At first glance, it's just a regular 2018 penny from the Denver Mint, right? But coins can have hidden stories, errors, and rarities that make them priceless. So what's the deal with the 2018 D Lincoln penny? How did it gain such an extraordinary value? Let's rewind a bit. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring Abraham Lincoln's legacy. Over the decades, some pennies have become prized collectibles, especially those with rare minting errors or limited releases. Collectors around the world search high and low for these gems. Now, 2018 is a recent year for pennies, so why would a coin from just a few years ago be worth millions? The answer lies in what experts call a minting error or a double die phenomenon. According to reports, the 2018 D penny has a rare mint mark error, meaning the letter D, indicating it was minted in Denver, appears doubled or misplaced, or in some cases, the design elements are oddly shifted or doubled. Such mint mark errors are incredibly rare because modern coin production is highly automated and precise. When these errors slip through, they become instant collector's items. Some sources even mention a limited number of these error pennies escaping inspection, making them ultra-rare. So why $1.8 million? Well, this figure mainly comes from auctions and private sales rumors where collectors have been willing to pay extraordinary sums for what they believe to be one of the rarest modern Lincoln pennies ever minted. Keep in mind, the value of rare coins depends on several factors. Coins graded as mint state or perfect condition fetch higher prices. The fewer there are, the more valuable they become. Coins with well-documented histories are prized. If collectors are competing, prices can skyrocket. Now, before you rush to check your pennies, let's talk facts versus hype. Not every 2018 D penny is worth millions. Most are just your everyday cents with face value. The $1.8 million price tag applies to very specific coins with verified errors and top-tier grading. If you think you have one, here's what to do next. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce its value drastically. Get a professional coin grading. Services like PCGS or NGC authenticate and grade coins. Check for doubling on the mint mark or unusual features. Look closely with a magnifier. Consult with a reputable coin dealer or auction house. They can help verify and appraise your coin. Many of you might be wondering, if I find such a coin, how do I sell it for the best price? Here are some quick tips. Research your coin thoroughly. Know its rarity and market value. Use certified grading to boost trust and value. Sell through trusted auction houses or specialized coin dealers. Avoid shady buyers or quick online sales without verification. Keep detailed records and photos of your coin's condition. Be patient. High-value coins can take time to find the right buyer willing to pay top dollar. So, could your 2018 D Lincoln penny be worth $1.8 million? It's possible, but it's rare. Still, every coin has a story, and every collector's journey starts with curiosity and care. If you have old coins at home, don't overlook them. You might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into valuable coins and collectibles. Got questions or want me to check out a coin you have? Drop a comment or send me a message. I'm here to help you unlock the secrets of your coin collection. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting and help you uncover the hidden value in your old coins. Today, we're talking about a coin that has been making headlines, the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You may have heard rumors that some of these pennies could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right, a tiny penny turning into a fortune. So what's the truth behind this coin? How can you tell if your penny is the rare one? And what should you do if you find one? Stay tuned, because this video is packed with everything you need to know. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent, also known as the penny, has been produced by the United States Mint since 1909. It's one of the most common coins in circulation. Billions have been minted. The 1984 Lincoln penny, specifically, is usually an ordinary coin with a face value of just 1 cent normally. These pennies have a mint mark, a small letter under the date that tells you where the coin was made. For example, D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But in 1984, some pennies were minted without any mint mark, specifically those from the Philadelphia Mint SO. Why does the absence of a mint mark on a 1984 penny matter? Could that make it rare? The 1984 pennies without a mint mark are not exactly rare. The Philadelphia Mint regularly produced pennies without mint marks at that time. So millions of these coins exist, which usually means they're not worth a lot beyond face value. However, collectors have found that a very small number of 1984 pennies without a mint mark show unusual characteristics, like a double die error or a minting mistake that can make the coin rare and highly valuable. This is where the potential for huge value, even reaching millions of dollars, comes in, but only if your penny has one of these extremely rare errors. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. Why would a 1984 no-mint mark penny be worth up to $1.50 million? That price tag is tied to a very rare error known as the double die obverse. On these error coins, The date and some parts of Lincoln's face appear doubled because the coin was struck twice by mistake during minting. Only a handful of these error coins exist, making them extremely sought after by collectors and investors alike. If you happen to have one in perfect or near-perfect condition, it could fetch an astounding price at auction. But remember, this value is not for just any 1984 penny without a mint mark. It's specifically for the rare double die error pennies in exceptional condition. So, how do you know if your penny is one of these rare gems? Here are some key tips. Make sure your penny is dated 1984 and has no mint mark below the date. Use a magnifying glass to look closely at the date and Lincoln's profile. Is there a clear doubling effect? Letters and numbers appearing doubled or blurry. That's the double die sign. The more flawless the coin, the more valuable it could be. Look for pennies without scratches, wear, or discoloration. If you suspect your coin has this error, get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm if it's genuine and grade its condition. Now, let's say you've identified a rare 1984 no mint mark penny with the double die error. What's next? Here's how to get the best value. Take your time. Rare coins can appreciate in value, especially if the market heats up. Show your coin to several certified appraisers or dealers before deciding. Consider selling through established auction houses specializing in coins. They attract serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. Beware of online offers that seem too good to be true or buyers who push for quick sales without proper verification. Keep certificates of authenticity and grading reports safe. They increase buyer confidence. To wrap it up, while most 1984 pennies without a mint mark are common and worth just 1 cent, a very rare subset with a double die error could be worth an astonishing $1.5 million or more. If you have old coins stored away, it's absolutely worth taking a close look. You never know. That little penny might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins and collectibles, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. And hey, if you have a coin story or questions, drop a comment below. I love hearing from you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you've ever found a penny from 2016 with a D mint mark in your collection or your pocket change, today's video might blow your mind. Believe it or not, some of these pennies could be worth up to $1.5 million. Yes, $1.5 million for a Lincoln 1-cent penny from 2016. Sounds crazy, right? Well, let me explain exactly how and why. Let's start with the basics. The 2016 Lincoln 1-cent penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small D mint mark under the date on the coin. Normally, these pennies are just worth their face value, 1 cent. But when it comes to rare error coins, things get exciting. In 2016, the US Mint produced billions of these pennies, so at first glance, they don't seem special. However, the value skyrockets when you find one with a significant error or an extremely rare variety. Collectors and investors chase these coins because they are essentially one of a kind. So how could a 2016 penny be worth $1.5 million? It all boils down to mint errors and rarity. A few key factors to watch out for include double die errors, when the coin's design is stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the letters or numbers. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs caused by cracks or breaks in the coin die, off-center strikes. When the coin is struck off-center, showing part of the design missing or uneven. Wrong mint mark. Some pennies were mistakenly stamped with the wrong mint mark or no mint mark at all. One of the most famous examples in recent years was a 2016 D penny with an exceptionally rare double die error, causing the mint mark and date to appear doubled and distorted. There are only a handful of these known to exist, and one sold in a private auction for nearly $1.5 million. This type of coin is incredibly rare and sought after by collectors worldwide. So, how do you know if your 2016 D penny could be worth a fortune? Here's what to look for when examining your coin. The D should be clear and crisp. Look for any doubling or blurring. Look closely to see if the numbers appear doubled or thickened. Are there any unusual raised lines, cracks, or missing parts? Is the coin's design shifted off-center? Coins in mint or near mint condition are far more valuable than those worn or damaged. If you spot any of these anomalies, it's worth getting your penny professionally graded and appraised by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This authentication is crucial before you try to sell. Let me share a quick story. A collector in Ohio found a 2016 D penny with a pronounced double die mint mark, an error so rare it caught the attention of major coin dealers and auction houses. After grading it as a perfect mint state coin, it sold for $1.2 million in a private auction. Stories like this highlight how a small coin, often overlooked as pocket change, can hold incredible value. It's a reminder. Always keep an eye on your old coins. If you think you have a 2016 D penny or any coin that might be worth thousands or even millions, here's what you should do next. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce value. Hold coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Take it to a trusted coin dealer or get it graded. Check auction sites or coin marketplaces for comparable sales. You can sell through auctions, private sales, or coin shows. To wrap up, while most 2016 D Lincoln pennies are just 1 cent, a rare few with mint errors have the potential to be worth extraordinary amounts, even reaching $1.5 million. So, if you've got old coins lying around, especially pennies from recent years, it's worth a second look. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Your Channel Name, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your old coin collections. If you're like many of our viewers, you probably have coins lying around, maybe in a drawer, a jar, or even forgotten in an old box. But what if I told you that one seemingly ordinary penny from 1993, with no mint mark, could be worth over $1.5 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1993 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. First, let's get some basics out of the way. The Lincoln penny, officially called the Lincoln 1-cent, has been in circulation since 1909. The coin we're focusing on today was minted in 1993, a year like many others, except this one has a major twist. Most pennies minted in 1993 have a mint mark indicating where they were produced, a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the extremely rare 1993 penny that has no mint mark is a mystery. Why? Because the Philadelphia Mint, which usually produces coins without a mint mark, did not release any pennies in 1993. So, how could a 1993 penny with no mint mark exist at all? This leads to only one logical conclusion. These pennies are errors or possibly trial strikes made in extremely limited quantities, never intended for general circulation. And that rarity is what makes them so valuable. Now, here's the kicker. Reports and collectors say that the 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny can be worth around $1.6 million or more. Yes, million with an M. Why such a crazy number for a small penny? Value in coins comes down to a few factors: rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance. In this case, the rarity is off the charts, only a handful are believed to exist. Plus, the mystery behind their origin only fuels collector demand. And if you have one in pristine condition, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, the value skyrockets. Collectors and investors see these pennies as once-in-a-lifetime finds. The key is the absence of a D or S on the right side of the Lincoln Memorial. IT must be 1993. Look for minimal wear, strong details, and sharp edges. Should match regular pennies exactly, as it's not a counterfeit. However, because these pennies are so rare and valuable, it's easy to mistake a regular penny or a cleaned coin for one of these. That's why expert authentication is critical. If you suspect you have a 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny, don't just put it back in your jar or spend it at the store. Here's what you should do. Handle it carefully. Avoid cleaning or damaging it. Take clear, high-resolution photos of both sides. Consult a professional coin dealer or grading service. PCGS or NGC are the top ones. Get it officially graded and authenticated. This will confirm if your penny is genuine and its exact condition. Get multiple appraisals before selling to understand its true market value. Once you have the coin authenticated, how do you sell something potentially worth millions? Here's some advice. Use reputable auction houses or specialized coin dealers. They have the network and audience to get the best price. Avoid quick sales on general marketplaces. The value of rare coins is often misunderstood. Consider insurance if you're transporting or storing the coin. Keep documentation of grading, provenance, and appraisals ready for buyers. The 1993 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a true numismatic mystery and a potential fortune for lucky owners. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found an old jar of pennies, keep an eye out for this one. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next treasure hunt. And if you have questions or want me to look at your coins, leave a comment or reach out. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth a fortune.